Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to the first video on this channel from Paradise Window Cleaning, based here in West Yorkshire, which is in the north of England, if you don't know where that is. Basically, we are a brand new, I'd say brand new. We're a brand new business. We're still in the early stages. We're not setting up anymore, but we're still in the early stages of the business. And I want to document the journey, basically. I've seen other YouTube window cleaners and external cleaners documenting their journeys, and other industries, I've seen gardeners doing it. And I thought this would be a great way to interact with clients, customers, and just other window cleaners in general. Because it's not always the most friendly interaction with other window cleaners. Sometimes you do get the turf wars, but... so basically, yep. We're based in the north of England. It is quite a competitive market. There is a lot of window cleaners around here. But what I wanted to do on the first video, I want to basically introduce myself. And I wanted to introduce Paradise Window Cleaning. And of course, I want to give you a bit of a van tour. It's just me at the moment, so we've got one van. Maybe further down the line, if you keep watching this, maybe you're watching this in 5 years and we've got more than one van. Who knows? That's why I want to take you on this journey. So it is just myself. And at the moment, we're doing okay. Been trading about 5 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks. Doing okay. But this is why I want to take you on that journey. Along the way, we're going to be able to film some jobs that we do. I'm going to be able to show you how we quote jobs, things like that. So I just want to come along the way and give you some hints and tips. I've got about 5 years window cleaning experience in commercial, mainly commercial industrial window cleaning. Worked on very large sites, from hospitals, fire stations, things like that. Can't go into the details too much because they wasn't nothing to do with my business. So I've got the experience, and earlier this year the decision was made that, I'll go alone. Why make money for other people when, you can be making it for yourself? Obviously there's added stresses doing it yourself. I'm sure, if there's any other window cleaners out there watching this, you can put your hints and tips in the comments section and just, it is stressful. I've been stressing already. It's the early stages. But I'm excited. And it's the early stages, but I've managed to get some good work in. Recently cleaned the local hospice. They contacted via email, and they were really chuffed to bits with the results that we gave them. Cleaned a conservatory roof, and that conservatory roof had never actually been cleaned in all the time it had been up. It was green. It looked like plankton off a SpongeBob. It was that green. That's a very niche reference. I mean, I could have said the Grinch or something like that, but it was hanging. Where do I want the business to go? Who knows? Who knows? That's something that, along this journey of these videos, I don't know how often I'm going to put them on. It'll be when I can film some work on some jobs, some results, some before and afters. But who knows, in a few years' time, when I put one of these videos on, we might have 4 vans, we might have 5 vans, who knows. But I'm going to do you a van tour now, and you get to see our setup, and see what you think of it. You might absolutely slate me in the comments section, and that's also fine. So let's go and have a look in the back of the van. Right, so starting with this side of the van, the passenger side, we've got our safety cones there, got some washing up liquid, and we've got our fold out ladders. We don't do traditional window cleaning for upstairs. We only use the ladders for conservatory cleans, lean to cleans, roof access, things like that. And you'll notice we've got 2 25-litre barrels there just for our traditional ground level windows, or if we so decide to, say, squeegee a roof clean or anything like that after we've given it a good scrub. So we'll come around to the other side. As you can see, we've got the number on the side. Apologise, the van's a little bit dirty. That's just life. We come around to the other side and we've got our very large bucket. Got the lid on there just so it doesn't spill while you're driving. I've got sort of a accessories bucket there. It's got my other squeegees in. Everything from the little one, just for when you get those little tiny windows on like conservatories, or if you get penny stamp windows. I've got a couple of squirty bottles there. Sometimes they're easier than carrying a bucket around jobs. And I've got my traditional gear there, my pockets with my cloths. So we'll come round to the back doors. Ignore my wonderful lay-by I've pulled into. Again, very basic stickering up at the back. Very basic. You can Google my reg if you want. It is taxed and insured, I assure you. And then we've got our setup coming out the back door. I have a bit of a traffic light system. So these are clean dry cloths in the green bucket. And then we've got the red bucket for used cloths. Not rubbish cloths, that's the wrong word, but when they're no good, because then I'll just wash them at the end of the week. We've then got a 350 litre tank mounted in the back of the van with the hose reel coming off the top of it. Simple connector. You'll have all come across those sort of connections. Good job. Keep a cloth up there just so as I pull it in, get all the well, you can get all sorts on them pipes. I'm not going to go into the details, but you can end up with them. And then up on the top, I've got our manual poles for when I do some top windows for some clients with the 12-footer. And I've got small poles as well, smaller poles. I do have an even smaller pole down there, which I think is about I don't know, I call it the chopstick. I've always called it the chopstick. And then we've got our 35-foot facelift carbon pole. And it works a dream. It's a great little setup. It's a great van. It's a Citroen Berlingo. Got it from Vanstar. The Wakefield branch of that is near Nottingley. But it's a great little van. It's a long wheelbase van. Yeah, I'll meet you back in the van. So you just seen in the back of the van. Hope you like it. If you don't, slide me in the comments. That's usually what happens on YouTube. Basically got a van mounted system, 350 litre. It's a great starting point, in my opinion. Was looking at a 450. I think 350 was enough as a starting point. Carry 2 25 litre barrels, so got an extra 50 litres there. So we do actually carry about 400 litres of water. Got the traditional gear for ground level windows. Some clients, I'll do the tops with the reach and wash system, the water fed pole, and then do the ground floor with traditional. That's just what they want. Some clients I do all traditional. I don't use ladders though, so as you'll see I only have the fold out ladders, which are for accessing pagodas, which I've done a few of those in the last couple of weeks, conservatory roofs. I don't have ladders bigger than that. I don't particularly want to. Working at height is just such a minefield, firstly in insurance and permits on certain sites. Obviously, if it's in someone's garden, there's a lot of traditional lads and there's a lot of lads around here who do window cleaning off ladders. Crack on. That's not for me. I'm not the biggest fan of heights. Conservatory roof's my limit. I'm not going first and second floors off ladders. Good on you. And there is a lot of people out there, on community groups and Facebook pages where they put on, I'm looking for a window cleaner, but it needs to be one of them proper ones that goes up a ladder. Yeah, well, I don't, so I can't help that. We do it this way. It is the safest way. We're fully insured for what we do, and it's by choice. You don't want me, you don't want me. I think at some point, cleaning off ladders is probably going to get more regulated. I feel like ladder work in the future is going to just keep getting more and more regulated because injuries just keep happening. Not specifically in this industry, but, the construction industry, scaffolders, things like that. I feel like there's going to be more regulations, because it's already heavily regulated. But I feel at some point someone's going to come along and say, you can't do that, or you're going to have this on your ladder, or you're going to have to do this. And the amount of window cleaners I see, even just in my area, that don't even have anybody footing the ladder, and that's fine. It's their life. Not for me. Not for me. But I hope you've enjoyed this first video. I've enjoyed sort of introducing myself and showing who we are and where we're from. There will be lots of videos coming up, hopefully. Certain jobs, obviously, I can't film. They're people's houses and things. But when we go to certain sites, I'll hopefully be able to film and show you some before and afters of jobs. Show you our equipment and things like that. And take you on the journey that I hope will be a very pleasant one. So thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe. Drop down in the comment section if you're a window cleaner. If you're from West Yorkshire and you need a window cleaner, you know, message the page. You've seen the number in the video. Give us a ring. Give us a text. Apart from that, thank you for watching. Give it a like and a subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.